This is your typical American family, the Michelob family, from Omaha, Nebraska, the vital organs of America. Now, I'm going to talk to each family member about where they stand in supporting the war. They appear to be a supportive family. You, sir, where do you stand on the war?
First of all, little lady, it's Michelob, okay?
Oh.
Where do you think I stand in the war? Like any good, red-blooded, steak-eating, bear-wrestling American, I'm behind the war in its entirety. And I can remember fighting the good fight, my fighting days. When I was fighting in World War II, we were fighting on the beaches of Normandy.
Okay, anyways,
when...
thank you, sir. What about you? Where do you stand in supporting the war?
Well, I'm very supportive of the war, just like my husband is. I totally believe, I freely believe, in freeing those poor little Vietnamese men controlled by that horrid Ho Chi Minh. And I would really appreciate it if it could be achieved without my baby boy being taken into the war. But if it has to, I'll be very proud of him and he'll be my little hero.
Oh, well, that's very nice. What about you, Chip?
I hate school. I'm tired of it. As soon as I get out and graduate, I'm enlisting.
Anything else?
Army. Well, my parents support me at least, so that's not really a problem here. But I don't understand how people, American citizens, can just sit back and watch as they fight for our freedom without any support at all. Makes me sick.
Oh, well, that was your typical American family, the supportive family. Back to you, Sarah.
DMZ in Vietnam. I'm traveling with Platoon B Echo Company. What exactly are we doing out here?
Well, we're here to stop communism in North Vietnam from taking South Vietnam. Protect the free and democratic nation of South Vietnam.
What's it like being out here?
Well, the conditions are miserable. It's hot, it's humid, constantly raining, it's jungle everywhere.
Are we achieving our goals?
No, we are not. Every battle we fight, the Vietnamese get closer and closer. We take over the land that we have just won. We are not achieving our goal.
How is your family dealing with you being out here?
Well, they realize we are doing our duty to our country, but in all honesty, they support all of our decisions. And I want to say shout out to my wife and kids at home. I love you and I'm coming home.
Someone radio the helicopters!
It appears we're being attacked.
They're in the trees!
It appears the helicopters can't make it in here to get us. We're stuck in here for now. Now back to you in the studio, Sarah.
I'm Addie Mills here in Spokane, Washington at the Huntington Maximum Security Prison. I'm here with Edward Benson and Elijah Kramer. Edward, could you please tell us why you are here in the prison?
Well, to put it simply, we chose not to fight in this war, so we were imprisoned.
And Edward, why did you choose not to fight in this war?
To be blunt, I don't want to die.
Yep.
Too many lives have already been lost to this cause, and I don't want to add to that count. But also, I'm a firm believer in Henry David Thoreau. His teachings have told me that I have the right to disagree with the government and the doctrines they in place.
And Elijah, why did you choose not to fight in this war?
Early on when I was drafted for this war, before I was going to be sent overseas, I decided to discuss this decision with God. I have faith in God, and in discussing this situation with Him, I decided and I realized that He was telling me this would not be the right decision. It would be a sin to go overseas and to kill these innocent people. And so I realized the greater sin would have been killing those people, and I take the punishment of being in prison because I have sinned and disobeyed my government and not fighting. But it is worth it because the Lord says, "Thou shalt not kill," and I shall not kill.
That's going to be all long.
All right, thank you, Edward and Elijah, two very insightful prisoners here in Spokane, Washington. Back to you, Sarah. I'm Addie Mills here in Vancouver, BC, with Jeremiah and Helen Ellis. Jeremiah and Helen, could you tell our viewers why you're in Canada and not in the United States?
Well, my husband did not want to fight in this war.
Jeremiah, why did you choose not to fight in this war?
Because I didn't feel that we had any particular reason to be fighting against these Vietnamese anyways. I mean, why fight in a war against people that haven't done me and my family any harm? It didn't make no sense. I mean, life is about freedom and love, and we just got married. How can we be free to fight, to live our lives together and enjoy life while he is possibly out dying in a war that he's not believe in, with half the couple gone?
Well, many Americans would call you two traitors. How do you feel about that?
They must not understand. Like I said, we just got married, and I do not want to live without my husband. If we didn't go to jail because we could still be separated anyway, but so we came here. What kind of a man would I be if I left my wife here in America to go off and go fight some pointless war? Wouldn't be much of a man.
Are you going to miss your family and friends while you're in Canada?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna miss my mama and my brothers and my sisters. Yeah, I came from a pretty big family down in Ohio, and this last time has been pretty hard on me. And yeah, I miss my family, but there are letters that we can still contact each other with. And I'm gonna save my husband. That's all there is to it.
Well, it's a tragic story here, but these two are fighting for what they believe in. Back to you, Sarah.
Okay, so I am here in Nha Trang, Vietnam, with a member of battle-hardened Viet Cong, and here with me is my translator to interpret for me. So, why did you decide to start fighting Americans? Have you always wanted to kill Americans?
當係先同房睇清楚同。She said it's because the Americans attacked their paddy fields, the farmers, and they attacked them. They never wanted to fight the Americans.
So, how do you kill Americans with that, like?
當係先同佢就放上聽。She says it's very easy to kill an American because they don't know how to fight. One of the skills they would use is they'd dig holes in the ground and the Americans would stupidly step into them and then they'd shoot them from there.
Don't you think that's fighting kind of dirty?
當睇先就放上聽到多少？ She thinks it's dirty, but that's the only way they know how to fight. The Americans have armory and missiles and Vietnamese don't have anything, so they fight the only way they know how.
So, do you like fighting?
當睇先到？ She doesn't like fighting, but this is what she has to do to win her independence back. She doesn't care about democracy or communism. She just wants her basic life back.
Okay, well, back to you in the studio.